For some reason, the world gets this idea that Jesus was a nice guy. He always let evil slide. He didn't go around judging anything, and he just kind of died, and that was that. Now, Jesus was gentle. He was meek. He was compassionate, but he's not to be taken as a nice guy. Jesus was very, very strong in the way he communicated with people, including his disciples, the Pharisees, the people caught in sin, like the woman at the well, the woman caught in adultery, different types of people. He spoke very plainly, and he spoke with intention. Not a bunch of fluffy words, not saying, I want to encourage you to be a little bit more like this, and it was on my heart to pray for you and to make sure that you know that you're in my prayers. I want to make sure that you... He didn't speak like that. He spoke very plainly and at sometimes harshly. He spoke with intention and bluntly. And we too, as followers of Jesus, should model his behavior in the way that he spoke. Not to have a license to just go around and trying to kick people when they're down, so to speak, but to speak plainly. We don't have to sugarcoat our words when we're declining something, or saying, look, you crossed a boundary here, or saying, this is a bad thing that's going on here, turn from your wickedness, right? We need to be able to follow exactly as Jesus spoke. And I'm going to say, seek discernment and wisdom from the Father and how you should do that. But also look into the scriptures and see in the black and white ink how Jesus spoke. It's very, very clear that Jesus was not a nice guy, and he let a bunch of things just slide, and he let people just kick him around. He stood firm, and he didn't budge for anybody. Now, I also want to make you aware too that a lot of people will cloak themselves with a bunch of really sweet sounding words and being hyper friendly, I would say. They're gonna be, you're my best buddy, and it was really on my heart to pray for you yesterday. I don't know why, I just wanted to be praying for you, and I want to encourage you to do this. Keep persevering. And on the surface, it sounds great. It's like, okay, they're encouraging, that's great. But a lot of the times, we know that wolves present themselves in sheep's clothing, and hyper-friendliness can really be masking a heart that's full of evil intent. And we know that Jesus spoke very plainly. Yes, he was encouraging, and he could be friendly, and I'm sure Jesus cracked a joke here and there. But nonetheless, we see that Jesus spoke very matter-of-fact, right? And we should follow that too and hold people to that standard as well. So when we're in the church setting or we're out in life and we see people being hyper-friendly towards us, I'm going to say that, for me, that's a red flag going off. It's saying they're trying to get me to lower my defenses so that way I can trust them and have this, they can have this unearned access into my life because they're being all sweet and kind, right? Test the spirits. It's not to say that someone could genuinely be friendly. That's great. But test the spirits. Understand that a lot of wicked people will cloak themselves in that hyper-friendly type of behavior. Now, in New York City, thankfully, people are very real here. You'll see people just being nasty, and that's open for everybody to see. And in a small town type of situation, you will see the hyper-friendliness a lot, where people are trying to cloak what's inside by being extra golly friendly to people. So if you're in a small town setting, be definitely aware of the hyper-friendliness and how that can be a trap to get you to lower your defenses and to allow people access into your life that, frankly, if you look at their fruit, you shouldn't be allowing access of those people into your life. So always be discerning. I'm sharing my own experiences and the things that God has showed me, but of course, go to the source, go to the scriptures, seek God, ask discernment from the Father in prayer, and